Today Sony launched on the CES in Las Vegas the Xperia Z1 Compact, and that's of course this little one over here. And on the right we have the original Z1, and as you can see, of course, it's a smaller version, just like the name is indicating. But it's really a big shot, because for me, it's the first one I know where only the display has been shrunk and not the other options, especially mentioning the Snapdragon 800 processor. It's the same processor like in the big one, so you don't have, like not on others, let's say, for example, the Samsung S4 Mini or HTC One Mini. There has been changes made also on the other specifications, not on the touchscreen only. But let's start with the touchscreen. Now it's 4.3 inches instead of some 5 inches on the or Z1 in this case. And I find it very great because I know a lot of people who say, okay, I want a powerful phone, but this one is too big. First, it's too big in the pocket, and second is you have, and this is 5 inches only, and you know there are a lot of smartphones or tab phones or whatever with bigger screens that you have problems to reach all corners with one finger if you have to use it with one hand. So I really can understand that a lot of people saying, okay, I want a smaller phone, but nevertheless with the same feature set and the same powerful processor and everything. It's the same LTE, NFC, Bluetooth 4.0, Cat 4 LTE 4G, of course, meaning up to 150 megabits per second. You have the same 20.7 megapixels camera over here. The same Sony is calling G lens, meaning you have 2.0 focus, and you have that BSI sensor behind it. Relatively big one, 2.3 inch is the sensor big. It's of course waterproof, IP55/58. So really the same one. The only difference I could find at the moment is the resolution of the display, because I do not know. I don't know why, if there are no panels in 4.3 inches with the full HD. I do not know. I've never seen anything like that. In this case, it's 720 by 1280 pixels instead of full HD, meaning 1080 by 1920 pixels, and that's meaning that we have not that pixel density like on the Z1. It was 443 ppi on the Z1, and now we have 342 on the Z1 Compact. So meaning you don't have that pixel density, but if I'm trying to hold it over here so that you can see, and going a little bit closer. If anyone can tell me if these small, okay, they are little, the icons here and the letters below are a little bit bigger on the Z1, of course, because we have more room, more space. But nevertheless, I can't see any difference in the sharpness. And if we go to the menu, for example, it's the same one. Oops. It's the same one. Anyone who can see a difference just with his eyes, great, well done. I can't see in nature anything. So I would say it's quite enough. It could be better, of course, but it's no big deal for me, because it's, let's say, sharp enough. And all the other things I could see, especially meaning the memory, 16 gigabyte internal memory, you can expand it over here with the SD card up to 64 gigabyte. You have, like I said, the same processor. You have, again, 2 gigabyte of RAM. So the only difference, the other one I could find, is the battery. Again, it's built in, also fixed, you can't remove it on the go. But if we compare it with the Z1, this was, well, 3000 milliampere hours, and I always trying to measure ratio of display size, because the display is a most power or uses the most amount of power. So if you build up a ratio between the size of the battery and the size of the display, you have a quite good hint how long the battery will last or will stay during the day. And the Z1 was, if you compare this ratio to all the other phones of the last 12 months, the Z1 has up to 18% above the average. And if you measure the same with the Z1, it has a built-in 2300 milliampere hour battery, you're coming up to 21% above the average, so even more powerful or more longer staying batteries. So you should come through the day even if you have a intense day or a busy day. Okay, if you are playing games hours and hours or making GPS navigation all day long, of course you are getting problems, but I say normal usage or intense normal usage without these special scenarios, I guess you should come through the day without any problems in normal cases. Yeah, well done. I'd say it's available in the first quarter of this year, and Sony is giving us a price for 499 euros without any contract. And yeah, I can't find any bad news concerning this, so I'm really loving it, and I'm loving compact phones too. So this one would be one of my favorites. Of course, we have to wait for the final review, but for the first view, very well done. Last thing, I want to speak about the colors. We have pink, we have yellow, white and black, and Sony is telling me that it's coming with a USB on the go adapter, so you can plug in over here and have a USB slot for let's say USB sticks or external storage with its own power support, but nevertheless, so you can stick on your USB cable, USB stick over here, and let's say, for example, if you're in vacation during the day, you're shooting lots of photos and videos, full HD, of course, that needs a lot of memory. So you can at the evening back in the hotel put all your things to your HD or to your HDD or to your USB stick or memory or whatever. And the other thing is that it has a glove mode. I just can demo it with that tissue over here, but as you can see, it's a thick one, glove mode, you know what I mean. And the other thing is that it comes with a, as Sony is calling it, a high quality headset, the MH750. And nevertheless, we have, it's coming with Android 4.3, of course. We have 4.3 under the one after the update that started with 4.2, as you might remember. And I guess that's all I can say at the moment for the Xperia Z1 Compact. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you back soon.